Welcome back, everybody, to McNeil's Garage. Today we have my 1994 Chevy 3/4 ton extended cab 8-foot bed, 5-speed. Came with a 6.5 turbo diesel. Changed it out, put a 350 in it, and then I bought it. And a couple years back, we put an LS in it. It ran pretty good for a while, and then it didn't start running very good at all. So we just been throwing parts at it. We put a scanner on it and we've changed everything. And the last thing we got to change is the crank sensor. So the crank sensor we got, stopped yesterday, picked up the crank sensor from our Napa store here in town. So good job, Chevy. You got to take the starter off to change the crank sensor. So we just got up on the lift. Is it going to fix it? Probably not, but this is the last piece of the puzzle before I start yanking all the wire back out, because I try to do it cheap and go get the cheapest wiring harness I can find on eBay or Amazon or whatever, and I think that's the problem, but I'm going to try this before we yank everything out. So we've got our tools, got the light underneath there. We're gonna go pull the starter off, and hopefully we can let it hang, because this has got a slave cylinder on it for the clutch. Hopefully we can let it hang and I can take it out, put this in it, put it back in there, and see that it won't start. So I've got the sockets. Hopefully the gun will take it off. Let's go see what we got. Oh. And I'm sure everyone knows the starter for LS is up there, and you see the slave cylinder and the crank sensor is right behind the starter. So I'm hoping I can just get it and let it hang and go from there. I hope. I can get this up in there. Impact gun ain't impacting anymore. We got a ratchet, they're reliable.
You're losing your touch.
Well, shoot.
That's tightening it.
Yeah. I don't know who in the crap put those things on there, but they definitely got them on there. Good boy. All right, now I'll get the gun back. There's one bolt. Make sure you put the bolts where you can't find them here in a little bit, or they fall off. All right, let me get over there. Yep, instead of falling on the ground. That's exactly what I would do. All right, I got the starter pushed back, and if you can see up here, see where the crank sensor's at, right there. So I've got to unhook that clip, and you see the bolt behind it. We do believe it's a 10mm. I only got a 10mm, but guess what? Can't find my 10mm socket. So I had to go get my 3/4 inch ratchet with a 3/4 inch 10mm on it. That's all 10mm socket I got. So I got it a little loose. Let's see if I can get my fingers. Oh yeah. I don't know if we can reach up here and see it or not. And I'm hoping and praying that this is a problem, but I believe it is not. But this is the only thing we have not changed, just because it's such a pain in the butt to get to. Oh. I mean, visually,
Looks like a crank sensor.
looks like a good crank sensor. So I'm going to set this bolt down here, make sure I know where it's at, and if I lose it here in a second, I'll be looking for it. Looks like I lost my crank sensor.
I mean, how could you lose anything on this desk?
I don't know. I mean, it's just
So nicely organized.
well organized. I know where all the stuff's at. All right. So there's a new crank sensor.
Looks like it.
There's my bolt. I might get a little oil on here. All right, so I got a little oil around it. Found the O-ring. Let's see how big of a deal it's going to be to put it back up in there. Well, I see a mud dauber's nest up there. That ain't bad. All right.
Can't see nothing up there.
Yeah, I didn't figure you could. I think the only way you can see is right here I'm looking through. Getting the bolt back on it. I mean, it'd be nice
Be a Christmas miracle.
if this would fix it, but like I said, I don't believe that's the problem. I think it was me trying to be cheap and getting a cheap wiring harness from the Taiwanese, whatever. I don't know where it went, but I know that's where most of them come from anyway anymore. Y'all like my headers? But the only good thing about this truck, got headers on it. Good dual exhaust. I don't know what kind of mufflers is on it.
It's a manual.
Yeah, it's a manual. So we get one more good bite on it. Got the sensor back on. I can reach back up in there. Don't look at my mud dauber's nest up there. It needs a place to hang out too. Now, I need to plug the sensor back in and put the starter in and watch it not start.
Did you already tighten it up?
Yep.
All right.
Good?
Yep.
Watch your head.
So we got our starter bolted back in there, and you can't see the crank sensor up in there, but it's all tightened up. We're gonna let her down, see what happens.
All right, hook the battery charger on. It's got 12.4, so it should start. It ain't gonna start, but it should. So we placed the crank sensor. Last time we replaced all the other sensors in it, so I wanna see if it's gonna start. Cross your fingers.
Let's turn the key on, we'll see what our fuel pressure is.
Yeah.
60 pounds.
All right, here we go.
Boo.
Okay. But that's what the reader is saying. So next step is come in here and just pull all the wiring out and go get a different wiring, another wire for it, and see if that fixes it. Or maybe I'm not smart enough to go through the wiring. Maybe have someone go through the wiring, look, see if they can find something wrong with the cut wire, because it did run for a while. I call it the wood truck because we go get wood with it all the time, but we've hauled a lot of wood with it. So, all right, one of many. So, thanks for watching. Hope y'all like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back with something else. Sean McNeil's Garage, and see y'all later.